Hi, welcome to Love and Laser Tag's preseason games of Space Marines for the first season. Due to some issues involving the season, we're restarting the season next week. So the next week will be the first official games of the season. These are just preseason games as people are warming up and getting used to their teams. I'm Feeder, or Eric.
I'm Slaughtermelon. And enjoy. Next, we're going to kick this off with the Denver Wraiths against the Greeley Goblins. We have a surprise Zenless as scout instead of ammo like he normally is.
And Fear Turkey as the medic, despite playing commander for the entirety of the last tournament.
So as you guys can see, we're going to have them starting off, heading up those ramps. One's going to cut across second.
Loki coming across third as the commander. Usually the heavy does that, but it seems like he's getting some work done as the commander.
Oh, and there he goes down.
Phantom trying to keep the resets up as the heavy, trying to push the enemy team down. Loki being the only green team on the blue or green ramp, chilling out and getting pushed off.
Meanwhile, there's Fear Turkey, just hanging around.
Loki's getting reset on the ramp, trying to find a safe spot to hide, but he's just getting pinned down, not being able to come up.
He's going to start running out of lives pretty soon there.
Red team's starting to control the second floor, looking like there's not going to be much opposition as the green team's seemingly playing more from downstairs.
Yeah, you can see Bromley doing a little bit, or Siberian Death doing a little bit of work on the scoreboard. However, we can't really see him around here all too much.
There's Mischief heading near the green base, pushing one of the red members out. Loki winning a trade on Hot Tamales, pushing her off. The red resupplies just chilling nicely on the red ramp, not having much opposition against them.
Morningstar there, ammo, he's running a bit low on lives, going to want to watch out for that. Maybe hit up Fear Turkey a bit.
The green team looking a lot more solid on lives and shots, not running nearly as low as the red team. However, Fear Turkey has not lost a life yet, while Raiden has lost 4.
Wondering when they're going to strike on that one. We're probably getting some resubs down on first, but they'll start heading up pretty soon there.
On commander special points, Loki is 4 special points away from his first nuke, while Hot Tamales only has 6 special points.
Oh, a little behind there, isn't she?
Loki's playing the lone wolf kind of commander. Since Ryan Phantom is playing on first floor, he's not having a lot of opposition up on... Loki's not having a lot of opposition up on third, and he's able to get a lot of resets in and getting a lot of points before he goes down.
Yeah, special points are definitely stacking. There he's 1 away, and he's going to hit that up. There it is.
Both of the red 3 shots are on first floor, actually, so Loki's taking third by himself while his rest of the team's kind of panicking around on first. But he's getting a lot of special points up on third.
Zenless heading down to go grab him a bit, maybe get some shots off in the meantime. See red kind of scattering around first a bit more, but maybe they'll pick up.
On the whole medic lives, now Raiden's in the lead at 15, while Fear Turkey's at 12. Yeah. However, all of the red team has got their first base, and a base is worth 1,001 points, so that's a major upside, putting them far in the lead, putting them over 1,000 points ahead of green team, even though they've been losing trades more often.
As you can see, though, by that scoreboard, even though the red team is gathering those bases up, green team is only about 3,000 points behind, meaning they're probably a little bit ahead in that one.
Hot Tamales has got her first nuke, but Loki is 3/4 of the way to his second nuke already.
Well, look at that. He's up at 4K. Siberian Death's following close behind.
Green resupply is up. The green ammo Mischief's up on third, so it looks like everyone's up there except for Raiden, which is kind of a bad spot to be in. You don't want your medic by himself. So, oh, never mind. There he is.
Red team's kind of fighting there on second, but for the most part, it seems like they're all...
First nuke dropped by Loki. He can't drop a second one yet, but he's at 2 shots, so he's probably using that to get his team some ground so he can get some resupplies.
Phantom, the red heavy, was just eliminated by that nuke as well.
That's a major swing, as then Siberian Death, the green heavy, has nobody on the enemy team who can one-shot him, so he can run in and get at least a 2-for-1 almost every single time.
Red team also seems to be lacking a little bit on lives. The game's kind of falling apart for him there.
Their resupplies haven't been running together, which is good for coverage, but bad for getting doubles, because if they're not together, they obviously can't hit the same person at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, Hot Tamales there. Almost towards that second nuke of the game, about halfway. Meanwhile, Loki's 1 point away from that second, so we're going to see how that pans out.
Mischief's got an ammo boost, meaning it would give everyone on his team a resupply's worth of ammo. He's almost got a second one, actually, which is great for resupplying like Loki as he's in the field right now. It would be great right now, considering Loki's at one shot.
Oh, and there goes the red team's commander, Hot Tamales.
Hot Tamales going down without dropping a nuke, which is the sign of a pretty stomping game if the enemy team can't drop a single nuke. Loki's got his next nuke already, and the rest, if he drops here, he would kill everyone except Deathspot, putting Deathspot at 1 life.
Looks like this one's not going to be too much longer, guys. Green team's pretty stacked up on resupplies. Red team up, and there goes their ammo Morning Star.
And while red team's currently in the lead because of bases, when you eliminate the enemy team, your entire team gets all their bases for free. And a 10,000 point bonus going for the match.
Ultimately.
So the green team will get a lot of bonus points as soon as Deathspot dies, considering he's the only one left at 2 lives. He would have to hide for 4 minutes without being hit twice, which is highly unlikely, but possible.
Looks like Loki just has to drop that last nuke and 1 life left on Deathspot. Let's see if he does it.
Dun-dun. Activated. He's still got rapid fire. He's got 9 shots, 8, 7. He's firing at something, but missing.
And he is down for the count.
That is the first game over with green team, the Wraiths, pulling ahead by 18,000, including the elimination boost. Loki not even dropping his last nuke. He was holding a nuke for the end of the game there, but didn't realize he would have killed everyone by dropping it.
Let's see what happens on game 2.
So it's looking like the same positions from both teams. However, Slaughtermelon is now filling in for Phantom Ryan, who disappeared during the game. And Morningstar and Fear Turkey switched positions, with putting Fear Turkey as the ammo now and Morningstar as the medic.
This is certainly going to be an interesting one. We're going to see how they can pull it off this time.
Immediately off the start, red team looking like they're controlling third a bit more, while green is trying to push up from red side, looking like they came in from behind.
There's Slaughtermelon slightly going to head up that ramp there.
Their red team's medic actually is filling in and getting his base right away, which will get him towards a medic boost, which gives lives to everyone on the team.
An odd decision, but definitely understandable. Green team is looking like they're taking over third a little bit more. They're just kind of poking away at it. Loki's the only one up there, so we're going to see what he chooses to do.
Fear Turkey playing a little low, however. He's already only at 6 lives as the ammo. He just needs to find his medic and get some more lives back.
Well, let's hope he's playing careful.
Red team's playing a lot more conservatively with their ammo and lives, all of them in the double digits, while Slaughtermelon's at 7 lives and only 11 shots. However, Slaughtermelon's already got his first missile of the game off, not even a minute and a half in, which is a lot of points for a heavy.
Siberian Death leading the Wraiths scoreboard by about 400, 500 points.
With a base, though.
With those bases, though. Raiden, second there. He would actually be in negative points, however, if he did not have that base.
The red team resupplies looking like they're more playing from first, and then poking upstairs, while the green team's trying to control third as a whole. Red team's more just letting Loki do some work on his own, and he's doing that work. He's already got 3/4 of the way to his first nuke.
He's definitely stacking those up.
Getting shots in on both Deathspot and Hot Tamales, getting a lot of resets. He's 2 points away from his first nuke already, but he's running low on shots. He's only got 4 left. Getting a resupply, however, or a boost, I'm not sure which, but he's at 9 shots again, so he can keep on fighting.
There's Hot Tamales not too far behind, only...
Getting reset again by Loki.
There's Loki with his first nuke. Let's see what he decides to do with it. He's going to save it, or is he going to drop that?
He's playing from third, practically by himself in the fun box. Oh, never mind. There's a heavy in there, too.
There's Bromley.
Both 3 shots are up in that corner, leaving their resupplies to kind of run around on first, but applying a lot of pressure to the enemy team.
All right, it seems like Loki went downstairs while Siberian Death is going to try and hold third.
Siberian Death has got 36 shots, though. As the heavy being able to one-shot anyone, he could hold that for a little while. except being missiled by Caleb and losing that trade a little bit. Green resupplies are starting to solidify third, getting their team, starting to fill their team up.
Oh, and Loki has dropped that first nuke. And it looks like they did not react onto it. Siberian Death's trying to push up on that third floor, but he's not getting all too far.
When it comes to medic lives, Raiden's at 16, while Morningstar is at 12. But red team has dropped a nuke. As it is, though, Loki's only 6 special points behind for his second nuke compared to Hot Tamale's first. Hot Tamale's poking in on the resupplies on first floor while they're trying to defend up on third. Due to Siberian Death's pressure, Caleb Slaughtermelon's not being able to push and play as aggressively as he likes, instead rather having to defend his team.
Hey, he's definitely popping up. Siberian Death doing work on that third floor. Loki's close to that second nuke too, only 4 special points away.
Seth Zenless coming up in the fun box, using Bromley and him in opposite corners to start to fish in a barrel at each other.
Hot Tamales, meanwhile, grabbing that first nuke of the game. Maybe she's going to drop it soon. We're going to see what happens when red team, the Denver Wraiths, are taking over third a little bit more.
However, Seth Zenless is playing at only 5 lives. He probably needs to go back and find his resupplies, considering if that nuke drops, it put him now to 1.
He is definitely getting low. He's at 4 now, but the rest of the Wraiths seem to be pretty well resupplied. Loki at 30 lives and 24 shots, and all the way down, pretty much consistent resupplies there. Zenless down at 3 lives, though. Let's hope Hot Tamales does not nuke.
Slaughtermelon at 5 lives as well. It seems like since he's having to defend so much, he's not being able to get resupplied. Because since you have to be active to be able to be resupplied, if you're fighting someone off, unless you're winning every single time, you're not going to be able to get resupplies.
It does seem, however, he's getting a little bit more full up there.
As the resupplies are chilling in Funbox, trying to keep some pressure out, while Slaughtermelon is literally standing over them defending.
Oh, there's Loki heading up on third, going in. We're gonna see up, and he is down.
He's got a nuke though. Hot Tamales is 3/4 of the way approximately to her second nuke though. So they're pretty close to each other right now because of that time that Loki spent getting resupplied.
Alright, so it's looking like green side is controlling red side and red side is controlling green. A little bit ironic there. Zenless heading up, the rest of the Wraiths heading up there on green side.
Due to their bases, however, the red team is up by almost 9,000 points. Which is good because if they do get eliminated, they've got those bases to solidify the gap a little more.
And also,
to win the match, they have to lose by less than 18k. And it seems like they know this, trying to keep as close of a score as possible.
there's Loki there with the second nuke. Looks like he's getting ready to drop it there, heading back down. And
heading down into the corner at the bottom of red ramp. Nuke dropped. Will it be canceled or will it go off?
And
nuke detonates, setting Morningstar, the medic, down to 5 lives, which is dangerously low, considering Raiden is still at 16. Morningstar now at 3 lives. Someone must have gotten in on him and started poking him down.
Slaughtermelon there falling down a bit on lives. Under 10, that's definitely not a good thing. Siberian Death, however, is tying him there at 7 lives and
Siberian needs to go back and find his resupplies as he's getting low on everything.
Oh, 6 lives. Hot Tamales is only 3 points away from that second nuke. If she double nukes, that would
first nuke being dropped. It is detonating, setting Siberian Death to 2 lives, but she does not have the points yet to drop a second nuke, so he's safe for now as long as he can get back to his resupplies in time.
He did get a resupply. He does look like he needs shots, though. He's only at 3. Meanwhile, Hot Tamales is staying a little low, but still good enough to fight for now. Morningstar still down at 3 lives, hasn't lost any in about a minute, so that's looking pretty good there.
Mischief's got 2 ammo boosts for his team. If he can keep his whole team up for a couple seconds, he can give them all 10 shots, regardless of where they are on the battlefield.
That would definitely help them out, especially Siberian Death there. Loki seems to be pretty good for now. I wonder if he's going to start attacking.
Siberian Death was on first floor while Mischief was on second. That explains why he wasn't getting any shots. The entire green team almost clumping up in Funbox, which is very dangerous if the enemy heavy can get in.
Meanwhile, Siberian Death's on the wrong side of that rodeo. He's going to start heading over, though, across second.
They're keeping a close eye on their medic, green team. However, Hot Tamales was at 1 shot, now she's at 6. Just Fear Turkey was able to pop out and find her. She does have her second nuke, however, and Loki is only 4 special points ahead in terms of the nuke race.
It does look like they're fighting for third yet again. Slaughtermelon's going in up, and Loki's on second.
However, Loki has not dropped, neither of the commanders actually have dropped any missiles this game, while both of the heavies have dropped 3, which is a big bonus to points for them. Slaughtermelon, second place on his team, would be first if he could find the time to go down and get his bases.
Does look like there's a lot going on second. Slaughtermelon is just getting those resets off on the enemy team.
Running up and down that ramp. This game kind of comes down to, at this point, how quickly can Loki get his next nuke? Because his next nuke will kill off the enemy team's medic, at which point it's a game of staying alive and getting those shots in.
Meanwhile, Raiden is still at 11 lives. He has not lost any for quite some time. He's pretty set up there.
Normally when you play from first, like the red team's doing this game, it's pretty hard for your resupplies as they're kind of out in the open, while the green team resupplies are more defensible up on third floor. However, the red team's constant pressure has been able to keep a lot of power off of their resupplies, keeping Caleb and sometimes Hot Tamales up on third floor so they can't do anything. As it is right now, Siberian is dueling both Slaughtermelon and Hot Tamales, which is giving Loki a lot of time to get some resupplies and get some firepower in.
Loki is only 1 point away from that nuke that would let him take Morningstar out of the game. Morningstar is still dropping though. Oh, and Hot Tamales has gotten the first penalty of the match. Wonder what that one was for.
However, she's still only 4 special points behind on nukes, meaning if she gets those special points off, oh, wait, there's the nuke.
Oh.
Dropping, and it detonates successfully, killing Morningstar out of the game. The green team now has limited lives to finish off the game with.
Good thing they are pretty full. Hot Tamales, however, still just 4 points away. Hot Tamale is dropping that first nuke. Let's see if she gets it
That's
detonated.
her second of the game, going off. So she's 1 nuke behind Loki still. Loki had just dropped his third, but she's only 4 points away from her third as green team's pushing in and trying to get some damage done because they saw the medic died.
Seems as if green team is starting to head downstairs. I do assume it is to grab their bases though, as the Fear Turkey has not yet gotten them.
Despite their early lead at the start of the game, red team's still only in the lead by 4,000 points, meaning if Slaughtermelon and Fear Turkey get both their bases, they would close the gap to a few hundred points.
All right, Fear Turkey heading back upstairs with Hot Tamales by his side.
But Raiden losing a lot of lives trying to come up to second with his team. He's at 3 now, meaning Hot Tamales' next nuke would kill him out of the game, leaving Siberian Death with only 4 lives to work with. Let's see if they can fight each other and get Siberian Death a few more lives. He's down to 3 now, and Hot Tamales does have her nuke.
See, if Hot Tamales was to drop that nuke right now, that would put Zenless under 10.
And eliminate Siberian Death and Raiden, which would be a massive nuke. But sometimes it's hard to hear how low the enemy team is, and without proper communication.
Raiden Gale just did drop out of that game, leaving Siberian Death stuck with 3 lives and 1 shot currently. Where is Mischief?
Mischief is floating around on second, doing a lot of work as he likes to do, outscoring his scout even currently.
Looks like Slaughtermelon did just get his bases and bring him to 9K. Denver Wraiths only ahead by 2,000 now.
Fear Turkey does have an ammo boost, and he's getting his bases. So he has an ammo boost, and the points discrepancy is less than 300 points. But with 100 points a tag, that will shift very, very quickly.
Yeah, let's see, Hot Tamale still holding on to that nuke right there. If she drops it, that would still be a major upset to the Denver Wraiths, as most of their players are starting to drop down on lives.
Loki is at only 2 shots remaining, which means unless he can find Mischief, he's not going to be able to shoot pretty soon. He is out of shots now as Siberian Death dies out of the game. meaning it's now 3-on-4. No, neither team has a medic, but red team's missing their heavy.
And it seems to be swapping off. Greeley Goblins did just take the lead for a second. However, Denver Wraiths took it right back. Loki's still struggling to find shots. Oh, and there it is. He has found Mischief. Mischief's on third. Checking around the corner.
Slaughtermelon at only 8 lives and 4 shots. He's in the same problem Loki was just in, trying to find his ammo, as his ammo is being killed by Zenless.
It is looking
Hot
like...
Tamales is still holding on to that nuke, however.
I wonder if she's going to drop it anytime soon. It seems as if the red team is taking over third successfully. Right now they are holding Funbox. Between Mischief and Loki, it is going to be a difficult spot to hold, but they are pulling it off successfully.
Loki has just got enough special points for his 4th nuke. Due to him being able to find targets to hit, he's been able to pull pretty far ahead of Hot Tamales when it comes to nukes. Hot Tamales dropping her nuke, though, and it detonates successfully, doesn't kill anyone, but puts Zenless down to 1 life.
And with only about a minute left in the game, the suspense is definitely ringing up.
Loki getting a lot of resets off, putting down a lot of people before going down himself, getting quite a few special points. With 50 seconds left, will Loki drop his nuke?
And let's see right there, 9 lives, 1 shot. Mischief hiding at 4 lives, and Zenless still alive.
Zenless is at 1 life and 56 shots. With a lot of precision and not good reactions on the enemy team, he could kill everyone.
He could do a lot of work right there. Hot Tamale still at a whopping 16 lives, though, and only 10 points away from that 4th nuke. Do you think she's going to get it in the next 20 seconds?
I don't think she's going to get it. The question really comes down to, will Loki drop his 4th nuke in the next 15 seconds before the game ends?
He needs at least 4 seconds
Zenless
to do it.
Going out of the game. Loki's in a bad spot, though, surrounded by the enemy team. He needs to drop it pretty soon, or else it's not going to go off.
And it does look like Mischief and Loki are going to survive this
With less than 4 seconds left in the game, the nuke cannot go off.
And that is...
Mischief dying at the end there, but Loki surviving. Since Red Team was not able to get that elimination on Loki as he survived with 6 lives, meaning they only won by 2,000 points, which was not enough to close the gap from the first game, meaning the Denver Wraiths do win the match by about 16,000 points. Right. However, it's hard to see Loki ending that game off with that nuke. That hurts as someone who plays Commander, not being able to drop that nuke.
Definitely was a bit of an upset on the Denver Wraiths side, losing that second game. However, they did pull that match out, and it was an amazing win by them.
However, it was pretty dangerous. Slaughtermelon scoring 10,000 points as heavy.
That is true. All right, that's going to be it for our Week 1 preseason. Enjoy.
Week 2.
Oh, Week 2, I apologize.